All right, welcome back to the Online Coach podcast. So in this episode, we're going to be talking about attracting clients organically, getting started on YouTube, and planning Q4 travel. So with that being said, let's get into it. You. All right, Jay, where do you want to start?
Okay, well first, you guys, if this is your first time meeting us, we're Jess and Jeff. We've built 2 six-figure coaching businesses, both within 90 days, completely organically. So the point of this podcast is to help you build an online coaching business you love, essentially.
Exactly. So guys, we're going to be doing a weekly deep dive every Sunday. It's going to be pretty unscripted, and we're going to upload it Sunday. And we're just going to be sharing the lessons we learned along the way as we're building our coaching business to 7 figures. So I hope you dig it. Subscribe below, and let's get into the show.
Yeah, I'm in.
So where do you want to start? You want to start with attracting clients organically?
100%. We got to start there, and we need to start with the basics. Mastering the basics and getting the foundations right. Because reviewing our past week, it got a little fun and exciting. But we wouldn't have been able to take on what we did if we didn't have the foundations mastered.
I agree. Should we share with them a little overview of how our week went?
Yeah, I think so. So this week, what we did was it was the beginning of Q4. So we ran a promo for our business, which was awesome. We did a week-long one. And we jumped on YouTube, which we'll get into in a little bit. And we were on a lot of sales calls this week, which was amazing. Onboarding new clients, which was so much fun. Plus, over here, you got your girl who's doing finances and all of that kind of admin side of the business too. So we were pretty jam-packed this week.
Yeah, but we made it work.
100%. And so it comes down to if we didn't have our foundations completely dialed and we didn't practice them consistently over the past few months and really make sure that they were concrete good, there's no way we could have been successful this past week with all the extra variables coming in.
No way, 100%. It really always comes down to mastering the basics. And we kind of do a recap on what the basics are for an online coaching business.
Yeah.
I think that would be helpful.
I think so too.
Maybe we start there. So the way we think about the basics for your online coaching business, and this is going to be a reminder for you if you're already a coach, but if you're thinking about becoming a coach, it's not about the webinars. It's not about the reels and all this fancy stuff or the Facebook ads. No, you just got to keep it simple and focus on literally 3 things: attracting clients, booking calls, and closing sales. If you just focus on those 3 things, you're going to be ahead of 99% of other coaches out there.
100%.
But that's high level. We could break it down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So the first part, attracting clients, it comes down to a few things. Number 1 is dialing in your niche messaging. And so basically that's a sexy way or a fancy way of saying making sure that you're saying stuff on your social media that is attracting your ideal clients to you. So an example of bad niche messaging would be like, if you're a fitness coach, I help you get in good shape. It's like, who's you? Is that everybody? What's good shape? You know what I mean? Give me a visual.
Mm-hmm.
So here's an example of good niche messaging.
I help registered dental hygienists lose 20 pounds in 90 days.
That's how you make over 10K in your first month with us. You know what I mean? So what gesture? Great work right there.
Thanks.
Kind of put you on the spot.
I was ready for it.
It makes it fun. Yeah, and so that's the first part of attracting clients is having an attractive offer, having very attractive niche messaging.
Mm-hmm.
When you do that right, you're going to be booking calls in the first 7 days completely organically.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter with a social platform, but in this case, like we got all of our leads and clients this week from Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
And the way we did that was we attracted clients, we booked calls, and we closed sales. And the second part of attracting clients is you have to have a high ticket offer. And you want to keep them apples to apples. This is actually something that a lot of coaches get wrong. So listen up. You want to explain what we mean by keep things apples to apples?
Yes, I love this. I love being able to help on this part because we see so often people say one thing and someone comes in for that thing, but then they turn it into something completely else, something completely different. And it's kind of a bait and switch and people start getting confused. So what we mean by keeping things apples to apples is if you are a fat loss coach whose offer is losing 20 pounds in 90 days, that's what people are coming in for, then when they go book a call with you, you want to make sure that that same messaging is on your book a call page. So fat loss coach helping women lose 20 pounds in 90 days. Postpartum women lose 20 pounds in 90 days. We'll get even more specific. And then the same thing when they go in to jump on a call with you, you're saying the exact same messaging. So I like to do the fruit basket. They're coming in for red apples. You want to give them red apples throughout the entire process. You don't want to switch to bananas and oranges and get everybody all confused. You can probably say that a little bit more concise than I just did, if we're being honest.
I'll give it a shot. I think you nailed it pretty well. But again, guys, it just comes back to the high-level strategy that we're just giving to you guys. It's literally our organic marketing blueprint where you attract clients, you book calls, and you close sales. Well, let's say that on your Instagram, you're attracting clients with a phrase like, I help you lose 20 pounds in 90 days. Okay, well, they were attracted by that. Then they book calls with you. When they go to your book call page, it should still say, I help you lose 20 pounds in 90 days. And then when you get on the sales call with them, when you pitch them your offer, the offer should be, want me to help you lose 20 pounds in 90 days. So do you see how, like Jess says, it's apples to apples. Mm-hmm. They're booking the call because they want the 20 pounds loss of fat loss, or they want to lose 20 pounds. Take them to the booking page. You should say, book your call here to learn more about losing 20 pounds in 90 days. I'm thinking about the apples thing right now. It's basically like, I got apples. Want to book a call? Book a call here. Learn more about my apples. Then on the sales call, you sell them apples. The reason that we bring that up, though, is because people think, oh, I don't want to be repetitive. No, that's good. The more repetitive you are, the more that builds trust and your authority status, too. Because think about it. Like, people are so scatterbrained now, myself included.
Me too.
Where we could only really remember a couple things about someone. That's why all the biggest social media influencers like Gary Vee, he's got a word. Like when you think of Gary Vee, you think of hustle. When you think of Ty Lopez, you think of knowledge. When you think of Grant Cardone, you think of 10X. When you think of Ed Milet, what do you?
Max out.
Max out. Exactly. And it's so epic that they were able to make people just remember one word. Now think about this. What if Jess was trying to make people remember like 10 different things about her? It's like, instead of I'll help you build a 6 to 7 figure online coaching business organically, it's like, and then, sometimes I'll show you how to do my booty pump workouts, and sometimes I'll show you how to, look like a total babe on the beach and make it look easy.
Look at you being so cute.
Right, but then it'd be really confusing to people, and people would forget all these different marketing messages. So just simplify things. It'll make it easier for you, and it'll make it easier for people who are gonna be booking calls with you.
Yeah, because in short, confused people don't buy, and so you want to make sure that you nip confusion in the bud before it even begins. So being known for that one thing, your coaching business, what is that one thing you want to be known for? And then be repetitive with it. And I totally get the whole, okay, but I don't want to be repetitive. I used to write a lot, and so I know, got to change the words, got to spice it up, got to do all these fun, funky things, but it's like, not in business. You want to be repetitive. You want people to be associating you with what your niche messaging and your offer are all the time.
Right. Yeah, you want to dumb it down to a 3rd or 4th grade reading level, but then the cool thing about this is you just start ramming it into people's heads in a good way, kind of like Inception, to the point that people will then have it memorized. So then you can find yourself even walking into parties and social gatherings when you won't even have to introduce yourself. Your friends and colleagues will be introducing you for you because they have your niche messaging already memorized. It's pretty epic.
It is pretty epic. We have a story, we have a client telling us about this where she walked into a party and her friends introduced her for her. Like, she didn't have to say one thing about who she was, what she did, who she served. Everybody knew exactly who she was. First 5 seconds she walked into the party, which is epic.
Really sick.
Yeah.
Really sick. So back to mastering the basics, it's like make sure your niche messaging is down, make sure you got a high ticket offer. That takes us then to booking calls, which we could talk about how to do that organically, high level.
Yeah, we do high level.
And then just be confident when you're closing sales. Again, you don't have to be pushy or boiler room on this, and you don't have to pitch everybody either. I think we only pitched a little bit less than half of the people that we talked to last week, just because they weren't a good fit, and we got a badass guarantee, so we got to cover our asses too.
100%.
And so like I was talking to this really sweet lady on Friday. I was like, I want to pitch you, but I just can't, in good faith, look you in the eyes and be like, hey, I guarantee that you're gonna make at least 10K, just because her offer was not proven. And we had not seen that kind of offer proven with any of our clients. I'm sure we could have made it sell, but you just got to be honest and cool. Integrity goes a long way in business.
Such a long way. And just like that person is getting on the call to see if you're a good fit to be their coach, you're getting on that call with that prospect to see if they're a good fit to be a client, because coaching is a two-way street. And so you want to make sure that there's a lot of synergy there. I mean, you're getting into at least a 90-day relationship with them, possibly longer. So making sure that you guys vibe, so important.
That's exactly it. You want to talk about high level our organic marketing strategy to just be bringing those book calls daily?
Yeah, 100%. So we break it down into 3 parts. We do the first, which is organic audience building, the second, which is DM conversations, and then the third, which is content. And arguably for us, content is the least important.
Oh, indisputably.
Indisputably. And I know
it's not even
the
an arguing
gurus,
point.
I know it's not. And the gurus and a lot of people say, content, put out so much content. And our thought process is engage with people, like start talking to people, because you can't be passively in your business just putting up content waiting for people to come to you, especially if you're a new coach. You have to put yourself out there. You have to start talking to people, letting them know who you are and what you do. It really builds your authority, and it shows your confidence too, being able to talk to people about what you do and then ask them questions about themselves and being genuinely interested in the other person.
Yeah, and so we're always trying to 80-20 our coaching business, and what we found is if you put up just literally as few as 3 stories a day, that's going to go a lot further than you posting on the feed multiple times per week. You could get away with posting once a week on your feed if you're just checking in 3 times a day on stories. If you do that, you're going to be you've taken care of the content part of organic marketing.
Exactly. Also, just to piggyback off of that, feed content like Reels can take a long time to edit. That's a lot of hours put in to create one feed post that is going to eventually go down to the bottom of your feed. And so it's not an evergreen piece unless, of course, you pin it if it's one of the pillar pieces, but it's going to disappear at one point. And so if you're going to be spending all these hours putting into all this different content, all these Reels, but you're not seeing a lot of traction from it because maybe you're just starting out and you're a new coach, then it's time to table that. Go back down to 1 post a week. If you love creating a reel, go back down to 1 post a week and spend more time engaging and talking to people. That's really where you're gonna see that ROI happening.
For sure, yeah, because we have a couple of moms that are our clients who are freaking awesome.
Yeah.
They're go-getters, but they're short on time. And so then we have to make it work, make their whole coaching business work in under 10 hours per week. And the first thing we'll do is we'll be like, okay, let's cut content. It's the least important.
It is. And remember why we're doing this too. It's for lifestyle. We want a great lifestyle too. And so if you're like, oh, I'm working 16 hours a day, oftentimes it's creating a lot of content or a lot of excess.
Right. It's all about minimum effective dose. And so I love Bruce Lee. If you're watching this, you probably like Bruce Lee as well. Freaking awesome. The man. And he's all about keeping things really simple. You know what I mean? Or even, I don't know if it was him that had this quote or if it was Leonardo da Vinci. Feel free to rag on me in the comments. But simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication. I love that. So instead of just keeping on adding things to your coaching business, think what you can pull away. You know what I mean? Because like Jess said, we're doing this for lifestyle so that we can have the freedom to work from it or anywhere, to make an impact and design the lifestyle we want. We're not looking to be on the content treadmill every single day, just posting reels and stuff like that. Well, actually, we kind of are right now just because we're starting YouTube, but
This gets us stoked though.
But we've earned the right to do this. Our business is already running and making us money just from the organic marketing strategy on Instagram alone. And now that we've got a bigger vision and we're looking to scale, we're adding in YouTube. But I'll be honest, YouTube's a long play. it's kind of like a snowball. It takes about 90 days to get going.
Mm-hmm.
I think that takes us into starting on YouTube. Should we talk about what we've learned so far?
I mean, just keep going. This is great.
Okay, cool. So guys, we started on YouTube this last week, and we're fired up, to be honest. It was a last minute decision, kind of. We've been wanting to get on YouTube for the last year or so.
Over a year. This has been in our mind. We just haven't executed.
Right, that's exactly it. And it's funny because we originally came onto the coaching scene hardcore a year ago with Bang Show Video, and it was great. We were showing clients how to get 3 to 5 clients per month organically using organic video marketing, not even including YouTube. And people had a lot of success with it, but then half the clients that we had that came in identified as coaches and consultants, but they really didn't have a business yet. And that's why we took a step back from pushing it really hard and then ultimately just stopped allowing people into it because we wanted to focus on our product that helps people build a 6-figure coaching business. But now we're dusting off the cobwebs, we're getting back into YouTube, and then probably in December we'll come out with the coaching or the video marketing program again.
I think that's what we decided.
Yeah, but so right now we got on YouTube this week and we just put up a raw welcome video, and in it we talked about setting the bar really low.
Like so low.
And so that's what we'd suggest with you guys too, is if you're thinking about getting on YouTube, don't have your first video come out where you're just like crushing it and there's all these effects, all this crazy B-roll.
Don't do it.
No, because then you always have to show up at that level. And so why not be smart? Why not, eat a little slice of humble pie, drop the ego, and come in and shoot the first one on your iPhone like we did. That way you set the expectation really low, and then it could only go up from there. You kind of look like an underdog, which is awesome.
Best strategy.
Exactly. So then we were hilarious. We got on YouTube and we're like, just as a go-getter, she's like, let's do a video a day. I'm like, okay, let's go for it.
I love a challenge.
Yeah, we hadn't edited a video in a really long time, so then we realized this issue came up because then Monday we're like, okay, let's shoot a video. So we shot a video and then I started editing it. I'm like, whoa, Jess, my computer's really slow. And I'm used to editing really fast. At one point, my little bro and I, when I learned how to edit fast, the way we did it was we got an RV for the month and then did vlogs, daily vlogs for 30 days. And that's how I learned to edit really fast. Well, it doesn't matter if you got quick editing skills, if your computer's slow as shit.
We're getting a new one.
Yeah.
When we get back to the States.
Right. And so then we're like, okay, whoa, this is gnarly. So like an edit that should have taken an hour took like 5 hours that first day.
Yeah.
And so then we're like, okay, we need to cut spec. And so that's a fancy way of saying like, we need to simplify our workflow. We don't even have a workflow. It's like, we need a video out today. Let's shoot one. Let's have a basic idea. And so then we're like, okay, we need to make these videos very, very simple to the point that we were shooting them with just one little camera.
Yeah.
No separate cameras. We have some little separate cameras up right here. And the reason we're doing that is just so we could have a little bit of engaging content.
Also kind of a trial. This is our first video for this channel that we're doing multiple camera angles. We're gonna see how the computer handles it.
Right, yeah, let's see how it handles it. But so that really forced us to simplify things, which is a blessing in disguise. Simplicity is the ultimate form of sophistication.
Yeah.
And so then we got that first video up. We're like, okay, cool. Next day we woke up, crickets. No subscribers. Okay, let's stick to our guns. Let's do another video. Same shit show editing, but it's fun putting that video together. And then the next day we woke up, we're like, okay, 1 to 2 subscribers.
We celebrated.
And we're like, hell yeah, let's go. And then a couple days in, we put up 4 videos last week. But by the end of the week, we ended up with 7 subscribers, which is awesome.
Correction, we put up 5 videos.
5 videos, excuse me.
5 videos.
But then check this out, guys. As most people would be like, 7 subscribers, that's nothing. It's like, well, it's not about that. It's not just about how many subscribers you got. It's how deep are you going with them. We're going after the 1,000 true fans. Like Kevin Kelly, his book, 1,000 True Fans.
Yeah.
That's all you need to have a multiple 6-figure, even multiple 7-figure income if you do it right. And so even just with 7 subscribers, you're getting hit up by a few people saying like, oh my gosh, by the way, I love your content that you're putting up on YouTube.
Yes.
It's 7 subs.
Yeah, that's like one of the best feelings and it's also with our target market, who our videos are serving. And so just having that kind of that DM come in being like, love your content, thank you so much, I appreciate it. It's like, sick. We are on the right path, creating the right content to serve our target market and our ideal client, which is epic. It's one of the best feelings.
So our biggest takeaways from starting on YouTube, and I'm going to say a couple, feel free to add some stuff on.
I'll pepper in.
Is number one, if you want to get started on YouTube, well, first, make sure you get your foundations in place. Master the basics. Make sure, I would say, start on Instagram or Facebook first to make at least 10K a month. Then once you're making at least 10K a month organically, then you've earned the right to start YouTube. You can hit us up in the DMs and we'll give you a couple tips. But basically, just start. Set the bar really low for yourself. Just be like, I'm going to make a really basic welcome video that tells people what to expect. Aim for putting up a few videos that first week. Again, set the bar really low. And for each video, this is what really takes the stress off of us. And for any kind of content, honestly, it can be written content as well, is like, because we all get nervous on camera, is just think, it's not about you, it's about your ideal client. And so if that's the one thing before you start shooting, like we even did before this video, it's like, yeah, we're doing a weekly recap, but this video is ultimately to serve you guys. It's like, okay, how can we share our weekly recap and share lessons we've learned along the way that would help other people?
That's exactly it. It gives you an immediate confidence boost because it's not about us. It's about you guys, like Jeff just said. So if you're jumping on camera, it's not about you. It's about who you're speaking to, which it's like, okay, no pressure. Serve them, give them value. And it simplifies the process and it makes the video watchable, clickable for the people that you want to be watching it to. And overall, it simplifies the entire framework. Not having to like put all of the stress on, oh, it's about me, I gotta share all these things. It's like, no, give value.
That's exactly it. And even for like YouTube, it was like, what content ideas should we create? Well, it's easy. What are the biggest questions that our clients have or your clients have? It's like, let's just make videos on that.
Yeah.
Or like, what's the first step that they need to take? Okay, cool, let's make that.
Exactly.
Yeah. Another thing from YouTube, okay, so just start and start shitty. Honestly, set the bar
So
really
true.
low for yourself and then celebrate the small wins. Like, look at us, like, seriously, 7 subs, we were fired up on.
So amped. We made a tracking sheet.
Yeah, exactly. And so then, what's the goal for this week? Is it 20 subs, 30 subs?
I mean, I always like a nice stretch goal. I think that 30 subs.
I think 30 would be, yeah.
I mean, when we hit 30 subs, because we're manifesting this now, when we hit 30 subs, you bet we're going to be celebrating.
For sure. Well, we'll check back in with you guys next Sunday and let you know if we hit it or not.
Yeah, it'll be so exciting.
Yeah, but we're also going to be refining YouTube a little bit where we're actually going to start keywording videos this week.
Yeah, now we're going to start a little refinement.
Right, and then next week we're going to be thinking about thumbnails, and then maybe a week after that we'll be thinking about the best video framework, but we're just taking it step by step.
Step by step. There's no reason to get so stressed out over something that is just made to provide value for you guys. And so if we check that box, provide value for you guys, we're stoked.
That's exactly it. I think that's all we want to talk about with YouTube. You want to talk about Q4 travel plans?
Yes, so we're finally getting our shit together with travel plans. And we are planning out, it's gonna start in mid-October for me, but then end of October, we're going to be heading to Laguna Beach. We bought a one-way ticket.
Right.
Which is the beauty of building a business that you love. It gives you the freedom to work from anywhere. So we get to travel to Laguna Beach for a handful of days. And if you guys want to meet up, let us know. We are so down to meet up in Laguna.
Grab a cocktail or something.
Yeah, maybe a little dance party.
Kick your ass. No, I'm kidding. I gotta dust the cobwebs off.
I know, so do I.
It's been like footloose over
gosh.
here. I've been dancing forever.
We used to dance like 3-4 times a weekend.
That's exactly it.
Like not even just a weekend we were dancing.
I used to skip legs in the gym because my legs were always sore from dancing.
Gosh, it was fun. Okay, but yes, so if you're in Laguna or you're gonna be in Laguna and you wanna hang out end of October-ish, let us know. We're so down. My mom's getting married too, so that's also why we're going. But yeah, we'll be there for a little bit. And then tentative plans, we're thinking Mexico, we're thinking Costa Rica. If you're gonna be there, let us know. Love to meet up. Or if you wanna travel there, when we're there, let us know. Love to meet up. But yeah, that's the other beauty about having this coaching business, building this coaching business you love, is We get to buy one-way tickets to places and
Yep.
then be spontaneous travelers. We're kind of notorious for that.
It's the one-way ticket life, you know?
Yeah, one-way ticket life and last-minute booking life. So when we're in Laguna, we'll probably book a last-minute trip to where we like leave the next day to go somewhere.
I mean, LA's on the table too, Santa Barbara.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to just cruising a little bit in California. You know
Maybe
what I mean?
renting a van, I'm doing that.
Oh my gosh, should we do the RV?
RVs have gotten expensive ever since the COVID situation.
man.
Gosh, I wish I didn't say that in the video again.
Darn it. Okay, that's okay. We'll be better next
We'll
week.
be better next week. Cool, that's all I wanted to share.
Sweet. Okay, I think that covers it.
Yeah, we covered attracting clients organically.
Mm-hmm.
If you have any questions about that, if you want to take a deeper dive, then let us know below or hit up Jess on IG, Jess Bang Show. We talked about starting on YouTube, where the big takeaways, I don't remember them off the top of my head, but it's like just start, set the bar really low, and just think about your ideal client, make some videos for them. Play the long game. It's
Yes.
going to take 90 days to snowball, but just keep the Kevin Kelly phrase in your head. You know, you only need 1,000 true fans
Mm-hmm.
to have a full-time income.
Just a little piggyback off of that. If you're a brand new coach, don't feel the pressure to get onto YouTube and start all the fancy things.
Yeah.
Get your foundations dialed first so that you can have fun doing all the fancy stuff like YouTube and all those things. Foundations always first.
We're going to be making some videos this week and next week on how to get your first or next clients from Instagram too. So make sure you're watching for those. It's going to make you an extra 10K potentially in a day.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Sweet.
All right, guys, that's all we got this time around. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe below. We'll be back on the podcast next Sunday. And yeah,
Amen.
we'll see you.